Welcome to another edition of Try It Tuesday. Today we're at medicaltraining.me with Melissa Overton. She is the owner and proprietor of this business, and we're excited to be here. And so tell us a little bit about medicaltraining.me.
Hey Dana, I'm so glad the chamber came in today. So medicaltraining.me was formed after 15 years of critical care experience. I was an ER nurse and an ICU nurse, and in between those two pieces of my bedside career, I became a CPR instructor. And that was probably what I loved to learn the most, because what we find out is a lot of people get caught up and they are afraid to start CPR because maybe they haven't been formally trained, or maybe it's been a while, or maybe they were trained and they thought they would never have to do it.
Well,
and then
very
this is
intimidating.
Yeah, it is. So the message I want you to leave with today is I'm going to show you how to do hands-only CPR for an emergency situation. But what I want you to remember in this is bad CPR is better than no CPR.
Okay.
Bad CPR saves lives every single day, which is why we want to get the word out. And of course, I'd love for you to come back and take a full class, learn the different things. But just for that moment when somebody DFOs, you know what DFO is?
I do not.
It means they done fell out. Right?
Done
So
fell
they
out.
done fell out, DFO'd, then we want you to be able to respond and do something, which is better than nothing, until you can get your wits about you, until you can get 911 on the phone and they can tell you how to do things better, and or till help arrives that has more training than you.
Okay. All right, so we're actually going to do CPR today.
Yes.
All right, I'm excited.
So what we're going to do is we always want to remember that somebody needs to be on a hard, flat surface, but a lot of times during CPR training, we will vary between getting on the floor and staying at the table. So today I thought we would just stay at the table to keep it a little bit simpler in this situation. But if really you're thinking about CPR and what you need to do, there's really only two steps, okay? The first step is you need to look at the victim and you need to expose their chest, right? Women are 45% less likely to get CPR in public because of these things right here. So I always tell them I'm on a tattoo, let them fly or else I'll die, okay? So we've got to expose the chest, right, in a situation. And the reason I tell you is it needs to be mid-nipple line or where they're supposed to be. Because we know sometimes those things move, and that's okay. So if you look at the mannequin, you see the nipple line right here, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to, because you wear a lot of jewelry, I want to teach you how to do CPR the way I do it. So I want you to strengthen and stretch out one hand straight. Put it in that mid-nipple line. And now I want you to grab your wrist. Your job is to keep your elbow straight as you push straight through, and this thing's going to start lighting up.
Okay. We
So
ready?
just try pushing. Good. So it's taken a little bit of effort, and one of the challenges is with this is when we're doing CPR in this situation, it's about height, which is also why we want someone on a hard, flat surface,
not as easy
right?
as you think it might be.
No, and this is the child small adult mannequin. So that makes it even more interesting to see, like, if it's a bigger person, like, what do we do with this in this situation? So first thing we said was mid-nipple line, or where they're supposed to be. The second thing is push hard and fast, which is what you were doing. We want to go to a beat of about 100 beats a minute. Okay? So you're a music person.
Yes, I am.
So what songs do we talk about?
Staying Alive.
Staying Alive. There you go. Okay, so put your hands in there.
All right.
Mid-nipple line. Yep. Lock that elbow. Grab that wrist and push hard. Okay. Ready? Staying alive. Staying alive. Slow down. Staying alive. Staying alive. Okay, now I'm going to keep singing. You keep pushing. Bum, bum, bum. Another one bites the dust. And another one. Work it. I need a glass of water. Is it worth it? Can you work it? Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Stop for a second.
Okay, I'm not.
Is that not exhausting?
It is. My wrist was just about to kill me.
Okay, so that's when we think about it with this. Some of the things we want to think about is that's how you do hands-only CPR. This is how you save a life. Some of the challenges we're facing, number one, being over the person, being a little bit taller would help, or that's why we get them on the floor in that situation. Number two, your adrenaline's not kicking in, right? So when your adrenaline kicks in a real life situation, all of a sudden you have all this strength and this energy that you need to help you push through this in this situation, right? And number three, it wasn't a real life situation, so that didn't put us in crisis go mode, right? So that's why we encourage people to come in and get training here at medicaltraining.me. We do everything from CPR weekly, we teach first aid and CPR, all the way up to the advanced life sports classes, because we want you to get comfortable. So just in a couple of minutes, you've just learned how to save a life. My prayer is you never have to use it. However, if you do,
I'm prepared now.
Right, you're better prepared, and anyone watching the video, it can be that simple, right? We can come and we can train you more formally. Absolutely, we want to do that, but we want people to understand in the moments it matters. Life and death is not based on being perfect at it. It's about getting started, because if we're waiting for people to come in and start CPR, the truth is they're going to die.
Yeah.
It's all about those first moments and getting started with that.
Yeah. So thank you for having us at your office. But don't you go to on-site training to companies or businesses?
Yes. So we've got 2,200 square feet here. We've got a classroom for 15, a classroom for 30, but we also spend a lot of time going off-site and training other groups, and we can scale up to 50 at a time.
Nice.
With the amount of equipment we have and the number of instructors that we can bring to the table.
Okay.
It's all about what works for you regionally, and how we really can just make sure that we make the big impact. So as long as you got the space, we're willing to come.
Sounds great. So Melissa, if someone wants to, a business or a corporation or anyone wants to set up CPR training or safety training for their company,
Absolutely.
how do they find you?
We train everyone from daycares to safety companies with OSHA training kind of stuff. Hospitals, healthcares, moms groups, churches, a little bit of everybody. We can be found at www.medicaltraining.me to sign up and book a class, or you can reach us at 919-989-5808. You will be speaking with Joan. She is awesome. She will get you set up. We will do private trainings for a group of 5 or more, or we can fold you into one of our classes that already exists.
That sounds great. So give Melissa a call and save a life.
Yes, we're going to have fun learning.
Not ride a cowboy.
Not ride a cowboy.
I didn't even get that.